Welcome back again to Politics Today with your number one unofficial spokesperson of the Obi Dati campaign. We promise you to show you some videos today about the money bag politicians, how they claim that they're doing all these great things, but they are actually just offering to buy your silence for 4 years. So we're going to get to that. But before we do that, let's start clarifying or continuing from where we stopped yesterday, because some people were making claims that Obi was wicked. If you watch that campaign, so I don't want to rehearse that, but let's just show what Obi did as governor of Anambra State, how he attracted the Jonathan's administration to kick off the second Niger bridge. So let's watch that video quickly, and then we're gonna come back and continue the video we promised to show today. So let's watch the video.
This promise was made by President Goodluck Jonathan while receiving a delegation of Anambra State indigents who paid him a courtesy visit. Led by the outgoing Governor Peter Obi, whose tenure expires on the 17th of this month, the delegation thanked the President for his support for Governor Obi and urged him to extend the same support to the incoming Governor, Mr. Willie Obiano.
So we are the people who owe you the appreciation.
No doubt.
A number of politicians feel that the best thing to do is to be abusing Mr. President or abusing the federal government and so on. That is, you are elected to develop your state. I think the best thing is to have a good relationship with the center. So we are the people who owe you the appreciation. Peter Obi worked very hard as a governor, very friendly to the government. He is a member of our economic management team as an honorary advisor to the president on finance and commercial areas. And he worked very hard, attended all the meetings, make very meaningful contributions. And in fact, I remember that even the day we announced that he may be leaving, in fact, the suggestion is that, look, we should still keep him even if he's no longer the governor of Anambra State. We have agreed to come on Monday. So Monday is the day, Monday 10th, that's Monday 10th of this month, a few days to quickly do the groundbreaking. At just about 11 a.m. Monday morning, before we rush back to Abuja to inaugurate the national conference delegates. And I believe that after that inauguration, work will continue, if work is not already taking place there. The Minister of Works have briefed me that already they have done a lot of mobilization. So we are coming to do a real groundbreaking ceremony.
Now, before we play the rest of the video, I want you to understand that this was a president from the opposing party. Right, so when you listen to the encomium from the president of an opposing party, you might think that they were from the same party. No, he was coming to the end of his administration in 2014, ahead of the sitting government, which comes to a close a year later. They still wanted him to stay in their council, in their advisory committee, or whatever capacity he was serving them as special assistant in the economic committee, right? This is an opposite party, right? And that's how good he was. He wasn't a politician who is myopic, who is only after his own party. He's after the Nigerian people. That's why, as a serving governor under APGA, he was also serving the PDP government. That's why, as a serving governor in Nigeria, he was in Haiti serving humanity. Right. So let's listen to the bit about the savings that he made. People have made all kinds of ridicule about his savings, but let's look at it. Let's look at the savings. This is in addition to the massive road infrastructures and buildings and all those things. Investment in education, in health, school of health and midwifery, and so on and so forth. At the end of that, he still had these savings to make. So let's listen to this.
Accusations and counter accusations about the money he left in Anambra State, and as a participant at that time in 2013-2014, I would like to again restate that Peter Obi actually left the money he said he left. And have documented it in my back page article that I wrote some 2 years ago on the 8th of June 2020. I happened to be the CEO of Diamond Bank at that time, and he came to my office. He wanted to leave the money in cash, and we said no. We strategized and said we'll invest the money in Euro bonds. I personally helped him exchange naira to dollar, about $155 million, which we have invested in the tier 2 capital of some of the banks, and then in some Euro bonds. Some of them have maturities up to 2023, so some of the monies have not matured.
All right, so we're going to stop it here. So, in the words of Dr. Damages, I diagnose, you heal yourself. Now, let's go into the money back policies. I was going to play you the video of Obi at Brekete Family radio show, but let's play this other video first, and then we'll go back and round off with that. See how much they're paying you for your 4 years of silence. This pack you've seen here that contains these few things. These are what they're offering you for your vote.
Oil, pepper, and sardine sachet. Maggi, 10 pieces inside. 2 onions, 1 sugar, 1 salt, 1 gari, 1 jerrycan of gari, 1 jerrycan of rice, 1 jerrycan of beans, and rubber for hand.
All right, so knowing how corrupt these guys are, they're gonna call that a bag of rice, a bag of gari, when they claim the money, because they're gonna be stealing from their principal. They're gonna tell him, "We give the people a bag of rice each, a bag of gari each, but it's a bag. A bag is a bag." You're gonna claim they give them bags of rice and bags of gari and bags of these and bags, packets of noodles, but you saw what they gave them, and that is for your silence for 4 years. Is that enough for you for 4 years? You can eat that for a day. That's a morsel of bread. But what happens the next day and the day after that? What happens in the remaining 364 days in the year? And times 4 for the 4 years. You can eat now and then you go hungry for the rest of the 4 years. But you can starve today, you can go hungry today and enjoy for the rest of the 364 days. People are paying $400 per liter today. They were in the streets when it was going to $90, 90 naira per liter. Now they're paying 400 naira per liter. Think about it as you cast your vote. Think about this. And so let's summarize today's broadcast with Obi's statement at the Brekete Family Show. We'll go there and then we're going to call it a day. And guys, please remember, I am your #1 unofficial spokesperson of the Obi.T campaign. I want you to do the right thing. I want us to do the right thing as Nigeria and for Nigerians and for our future, for our children. Let's not bequeath our children anarchy, right? Get your PVCs. They are collecting PVCs now. Get your PVC and make sure that you vote. And when you vote rightly, vote wisely. Vote for this guy you're seeing here. Make sure your finger is within that square against Labour Party, Mama, Papa, and Pikin. At the local level, vote for the candidates you can trust, that have capacity, that have integrity, proven integrity. Right, vote for those. On the federal level, let's go for Labour Party, Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. Now let's summarize with this video from the Brekete Family Show. All right, let's do that.
What I comment is first is to appeal to Nigerians. No other person can build your country except you. This country is only country we have. And only us can build it for ourselves and our children. Only us can make the sacrifice that will make it work. We have an election coming up on the 20th 5th of February for the election of the next president of Nigeria, which is the most critical. And I repeat, go and collect your PVC. That is the opportunity to contribute in electing that person of your choice you think that can solve this problem. We're going through a critical phase. This is an existential election for our country. It must not be based on tribe. We've heard that story enough. It must not be based on religion. It must not be based on anybody's tongue. It must be based on character that has a proven record that is verifiable and we can trust. It must be based on competence. Somebody who has proven competence with a verifiable background. We know his name. We know where he says he's gone to school, where he has been. In my own case, I've said it. My name is Mr. Peter Obi. I went to Christ the King College, Onitsha. I was in University of Nigeria and Nsukka. For trainings, I've been to several other institutions of the world, some of which I'm an alumnus, like Oxford, Cambridge, Kellogg, IMD, Lagos Business School. Some I wasn't an alumnus, but I passed through there, like London School of Economics, Harvard, Columbia, Edo. So I've passed through there. And you can go and verify by this. I'm a trader. I've lived in the UK. I was doing a business in the UK. I have a company. As at the time I left the UK, I have the highest credit rating any UK person can. The record is still there. The house I own in the UK is still there. What I did in the UK is still there. I ran a business. I came back here. I was a director in several institutions where I didn't just start today. When I became chairman of Fidelity Bank, they told me I'm entitled to 2 vehicles as chairman. I said, I'm not entitled to anything. I want to come here and do board meeting and go. And yet you can verify. So I want people with character and competence. We want somebody who has commitment. Above all, we want people with compassion. Because we have leaders here who don't have compassion. We are the sweet, we are flawed, we are carrying people's home. And we are not showing concern. People die every day. People's children are kidnapped. People are kidnapped. We are not showing enough compassion as a country. I have worked in globally where there's trouble. I've gone to so many places where there's trouble. As a serving governor of my state, I went to President Jonathan and said, I want to go to Haiti. He asked me why. I said, I'm going because they have an earthquake that consumed school children. One school with over 1,000 schools went under with all the children. I said, I'm going there to help them rebuild. He said, Peter, I said, that's what I've done all my life. I've been to all the troubled parts of the world. As I speak to you, Mr. President, I've withdrawn my son from school. We want to go and help. And we went. That's how I knew that Nigerian police actually have an exchange program with Haiti. It was when we were in camp, where we were working, that one policeman saw me and said, is this not that you look like Governor Obi? I said, yes. He screamed. I said, what happened? I said, this is a job I do personal. Wherever there have been problems, like flooding, like everything, that was why I spent my Christmas in IDP camp, my New Year in IDP camp. We want to see Nigerians who are in IDP camp go home. They don't have to be there. If they are there, all of us are there. So we want people with compassion. This country must change. A new Nigeria is possible, and I want people to hold me responsible. When I say I'm going to be commander-in-chief, I'm going to be commander-in-chief. We must change the country for our children. We must make their sacrifices. If it means us dying for them to live a better life, let's do it. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
I think you can do better than this.
All right, my people. All right. In the words of that Dr. Damages, once more, I diagnose, you heal yourself. You've listened to it. You've heard from the horse's mouth yourself. You do the right thing. Let's rescue Nigeria. Let's not bequeath anarchy to our children. right? Posterity will not be kind to us. We must do the right thing. We must campaign on issues. We must tell ourselves the truth. Whom do you think understands the problem we're facing and who is proposing a solution that you think can begin to address the problem? We need humanity, people that have empathy to lead this country. Look at what happened in Edo State the other day. People, 30 something people, 32 people kidnapped just like that, and the government does nothing. Nothing. When Obi was the governor of Anambra State, he drove crime down. The Anambra became the safest state in Nigeria, according to um, the police chief then. Anambra was the safest state in the nation. There was no successful bank robbery in the state throughout the time he was governor. We can do that. We can replicate that throughout the federation. Right? Atiku was calling yesterday for state policing. Let's do the right thing. Doesn't matter who said it. If it is right, let's do the right thing. Obi has been calling for state policing. I think Kwankwaso as well. I want Shawari and Tinubu to say the same. I don't know if they've said. I've not heard them, but I need all the leading candidates to come out and call for state policing, to call for sensible policing, to put an end to all these kind of miscreants running, taking over. Like Obi used to say, it's like leaving the mad people to take over the asylum. We need to pull ourselves together and put this country in order. All right. Again, once more, your number one unofficial spokesperson of the Obidati campaign. Like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel, and please do the right thing. If you have not collected your PVC, please go and collect it. You have until January 22nd, exactly 10 days from today, to collect your PVC. You can collect it from Monday to Monday. That means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Just keep going, right? Every day of the week from now till Sunday, the 22nd of January. People are talking about extension, but try to collect it now. There's no rush. Go and collect it now when there's no rush, no pressure. All right. We'll see you in our next broadcast. But until then, please broadcast this video, share it with your friends, comment, and let's save Nigeria together. Bye bye.